like to say I am loving this series. And a massive thank you to everybody who has worked on the show this year. I mean, seriously, come on, seriously, I've had such a lovely time and I just really like... Shut up then, I'm not going to do any more. Pause. Let's just carry on. Tonight we're going to be finding out all about this.
E = MC squared, isn't it?
Discovering more about this.
Jack pooed himself on a diet. Oh no, that's not interesting, that's embarrassing. Why did you say that?
Did he just say that? And prepare yourselves for more of this.
They're so small, that's
They're tiny.
His bum is like a little peach, isn't it? It's just so little. Right, OK, let's meet tonight's panel. First up is a star of Big Brother 11. He was picked at random to be a housemate and became Big Brother's first ever mole. Forget about Michael, we've got the original. Please welcome Mario! Also joining me is a reality TV star, model and singer who has set up her own boutique selling Essex bits. I can only hope that's not rhyming slang. It's Jessica Wright. And finally, we have a regular panellist who thought her appearance in the sitcom Bottom meant that her lowbrow days were behind her, and yet she finds herself here again this evening. It's Helen Lederer! OK, we're going to be chatting to the panel in just a minute, but first, our VT team are hanging out in Westminster. Let's hope they're going to do something good this evening. They're just shit, aren't they? I mean, they are absolutely rubbish. Right, OK, should we have a chat about the show we just watched? Yeah! Let's do it. OK, so we saw the housemates pass the shopping task today. I personally, as you probably know, thought it was absolutely brilliant. Mario, what did you think to the twins speaking to their parents?
Oh, well, when I saw them first crying, I thought someone had stolen their dinner, and I thought that's why they started.
Mario!
After seeing their parents, actually, that's warmed me a little bit to them, and I actually would have done exactly the same. Sort of like, I know what it's like when you have to ignore a family member, and if that had been my mum, I'd have, like, screw the rest of them, screw the luxury budget, which is just hot dogs, and I would have just spoken to my parents then and there, whether they liked it or not. I would imagine it's quite difficult because, you know, you're at the mercy of the shopping task and the shopping budget and food for the next week, but it's a family member, you haven't seen them for, you know, 5 weeks. Oh, definitely. It's got to be difficult as a housemate to kind of stop that. Sophie kind of took it quite difficult. Do you think she was right?
I think she was right. I do think she was right, in a respect, because she's got her boyfriend there. Yeah. The twins have got each other there, so they can rely on each other. The parents, they're going to see them in 4 or 5 weeks' time, or whatever weeks' time. She did really well, though, didn't she, Sophie? She kept very strong.
Everyone would
Is it your birthday today?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Please don't sing. We can't afford to pay for it.
I think everyone handles that sort of situation differently. And, like, it was their parents, it's a bit different to the boyfriend. And, yeah, she took it well. Yeah. But everyone handles it much differently to other people. And I think if my mum was in there and I'd been in there 5, 6 weeks, I'd have given the task up to say...
Don't give a shit. I'm going to give him a hug. OK, Jessica, some of the boys got waxed this evening. How do you think they dealt with it? I'd say poorly.
So good. Brilliant to watch. Finally, us women get to have justice and see a man be waxed rather than us for once. I thought it was brilliant. But I must say, if I was her, I think I would have gone to town and just been... I would have been out for hours just doing it to all of them. She was quite delicate, wasn't she? Yeah, she should have gone in more on them, I think, like, particularly Callum.
But how good was Sam? He didn't even flinch.
I know. What was that about? Maybe his legs aren't very hairy.
What? Who said that? Do you
must do it
know this for a
regular.
fact?
Definitely, I'd say so. He enjoyed that too much, way too much. And Dan, like he'd never had that done before. Of course he has.
I was quite surprised at Dan because, you know, he takes pride in his appearance. You would imagine maybe he might have had something waxed. I didn't say anything. He does, though, seem to be getting increasingly annoyed with the twins and their lack of respect for him. Do you think that comment was justified tonight, Helen?
Oh, I'm still thinking about the sat back and crack reference. Is that what you were talking about? Sorry.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Realign my thoughts about Dan now. No, Heather. Well, the thing is, he is from the military. And are you talking about the comment where he was saying that he wanted more respect?
He's got a child that's only 5 years younger.
Yes.
He's a father. He's been in the police force for a long time.
Well, he was listing his CV, which is always handy. We always want to know what we've all done. I could do mine, but I don't think it's appropriate here. So it's important that he reminds people that he's lived a life, and they are babies. They're 18 and they live with their parents, and they look like little puppy dogs, a boxer dog when the parents went, which is quite moving.
Do you like the twins?
I like everyone. I don't discriminate. And they're 18, and they are, and this is somebody in the military. I mean, they're not going to see eye to eye, are they? They've got different agendas, and they want to be playful, and he needs to be respected.
Mario, you've been a housemate. What do you make of the twins? Could you live with them?
No, I would actually be nominating them. So, like,
Really?
I'm finally pleased that they're up
What
for
have they done
nomination. There's something about them. They just remind me. It's like having a village idiot, but twice, and sort of. I don't find their antics funny, and they just annoy me. Like.
Do you not? I think they seem like lovely boys.
Very lovable. They're little play.
No.
They look cuddly-buddly.
I think they're entertainment. They're hilarious to watch, and not only that, but I don't think they're bad people. But
they're bickering with each other as well. It's just like
So
it's like
funny.
tennis. Like it's a really fast game of tennis. It just keeps going back and forward. But Dan, what do you think about Dan? What do you think of his attitude?
I think he's really patronising. You can tell he's a copper. Do you know what I mean?
You can say he's a copper, but I think he's actually. I actually like him.
I like him too.
him.
No, I think he's patronising.
I think do you know, he's horrible in some senses. How he's like really like. Too much down someone's throat. He could tell he's worked for the police. Yeah. But I do like him. I think he tells it how it is.
I like your hair.
Thank you.
You've got wonderful hair.
Thank you.
From hair to love triangles, or the lack of love triangles. Helen, do you think one exists?
Well, I think the two young men need to think that there is one. I think...
For their ego?
Yeah, Dexter needs to keep busy, and so this is his project.
Yeah.
And he winds Callum up. Callum does love that girl. He does love that girl because he does need to tell her lots of advice. He loves giving advice. I love his advice. Listen, I'm a changed person. I'm just listening to what Callum's advising. He's really good at advice. That's his main thing. Charlie, well, I think she's just a very sweet, nice, brought-up person. She's not telling them to put it anywhere else, is she?
Do you think she likes them, Jessica?
I'm really shocked, to be honest, by Charlie's reaction, because she seems like she's really enjoying it from Dexter. And I just think that, without being horrible, I think Dexter seems like quite a confused, nice person in a way, but he is quite creepy. The way he's flirting around her, like all of a sudden, it's just really strange. But she's enjoying it, and I just think it's because maybe she's insecure.
Well, then
she doesn't need to.
Do we think that maybe she is developing feelings for him?
I don't know.
Charlie's rebelling.
She's sick of her mum contradicting her in the house and pushing her down, and I think she's just found that that's irritating her, and she's found a way to get to her mum, and I think she's sort of rebelling against her mum a little bit.
Are you related to Judy James? Because that's what she said as well, and she always speaks sense. Right, OK, if you'd like to be involved in this show, be part of the studio audience, then get in touch. All of the details are on the screen now. Still to come, we're going to be getting the lowdown on the housemates' latest goings-on with life coach Diane Udale. Thank you very much. But first, for one housemate, their time inside the Big Brother house is almost up. Who goes? That was really crap. You decide. Welcome back to Big Brother's Put on the Side. Now, if I could give you one word of advice, it would be this. Soar. Go on, soar. You can do it. Soar. Soar. Just soar.
I am.
Good, because I need that by Tuesday, so hurry up. Come on, no, Oh, she can't soar, she's not very good at it. Right, earlier on we caught up with our VT team pissing about in Westminster. Let's see if they've pulled it together now.
Question about Big Brother.
Yeah.
Great, OK. Do you watch the show?
No.
All right.
So I may not be able to answer your question.
So you don't like the show at all?
Well, I've never watched it. I don't know if I'd like it if I did. But I've never...
OK.
I don't watch much TV at all.
If I say to you, kind of, there's a really good character called Dan, and then I can ask you who do you think's going to win, you can say Dan. Do you want to do that?
Not particularly, no.
OK. All right, thanks.
Unbelievable. OK, joining me now to shed some light on the housemates is psychotherapist and life coach and best gladiator ever, Diane Newdale. OK, so I know I keep saying it, but I love this task. Yes. The pause, play, rewind, fast forward, it's brilliant. Do you think it's benefited the housemates this week?
Absolutely. It's been superb, appealing and surreal and revealing, and that's the chance that we've had throughout this task. We've needed the highs, particularly following the week that we've had.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we've also had some, not lows, but depth. And as a psychotherapist, I look for the real. I look for when people stop sort of doing, well, it's this and it's that, and they get into real. And we had some gorgeous opportunities to see 3 of the housemates give us just that. And it was just,
So not exposing in a
No.
way, but revealing in a,
Yes.
we knew there was lovely people inside there, really. How do you think it's affecting the relations within the group?
It's strengthening them with no bounds and no question whatsoever. Even the bits where people are doubting each other, if they've been privy to any of those pause moments and been able to clock what's gone on, you can only, for them, sense that there's been a kind of, yeah, I've never had a chance to see you like that, particularly as they haven't had a chance to see them with their loved ones.
Absolutely. So in a normal environment rather than on this TV set that we call reality television.
Yeah.
Do you think they're working well as a team together?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we've established
because they're
that...
all quite individuals, aren't they?
It's an individualistic
no groups, really.
No groups. It's a huge group of individuals. And for this task, because they've all kind of developed their skills with the task at the same time, they clicked onto it really, really fast, which was wonderful. There's only Sophie, I think, who at one point had to step away and go, no, this has been bang out of order because I had an opportunity. I didn't behave the way you did, because she wasn't privy to, with the twins, just how many failure points on when the twins had their parents come in that they were going to lose. So, of course, she'd have been angry, and she felt it was a missed opportunity for her to link with her beau.
Yeah, and when she knew that they were, you know, they could have done 10 more fails, she probably was right pissed off, wasn't she? Like, I could have just given him a cuddle in it, it would have been fine.
But apart from that, the best thing was it actually colluded in failure when Judy and Rylan walked into the garden. And it was one of those moments like at a wedding or something important where you know you're not meant to laugh, but the whole lot went.
Yeah.
And that was, again, that was a good strengthening of the group. It was a collusion within the failure.
So what about Dexter and his mum? What did you make of that?
Oh, you know, we saw everything. We saw a depth of feeling from him. We saw micro flickers of love, embarrassment, and then the biggie for all of us, sadness, particularly at the attachment and loss at the end. Because attachment and loss, whether it's in our image, our job, or people we love, he went through it in that moment when Mum said, I'm not going to see you for a long while. I don't think there's any one of us that wasn't affected by it. And you saw Dexter actually flicker. And it's beautiful because there's no hand movements, they can't do anything other than breathe, and possibly calculate and calibrate behind their eyelids what's going on. And we saw him go through a whole plethora of feelings.
And we saw him being genuine.
We did.
Because we second guess, is that real about him? I'm sure that is real about him. I'm sure that's not real about him. That is the one thing we know is absolutely genuine, him with his mum.
His mum played a blinder for him in those few minutes. Apart from all the weeks he's been in those few minutes, we got a real gem.
What did you make of Sophie's reaction to her boyfriend?
Oh, move over, Kate Winslet.
Wasn't it just
and
like,
Meryl.
oh,
this is just it. This,
divine.
Because it wasn't role play. You know, this was real play. You know, no actor and no film company could have produced what Big Brother, the guys behind this task, and Sophie and her beau gave us in those few minutes. I will never forget that. For as long as Big Brother goes on, for me, that was a defining moment, simply because it was just so real. And we were part of it. We were like inches away from it on the TV. And not one of us said, where's ours? You know, where's ours like that? Whether you've had an experience like that or not, it wouldn't have left anyone, and particularly the others in the house, going, well, that was just, you know, where is mine in my life to have that much attachment to somebody, for it to be that real and that loving.
And how nice for a young guy to go on TV and just say, You know, I love you so much.
It's quite a testimony.
Because some people would find that quite like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. And he just went in there, he did it with conviction, and it was just wonderful to see.
I'm a bit of a fan of Sophie because it's testimony to her choice, and it's also testimony to her, the quality of her, that she's got a boyfriend like that. They're quite mature in their relationship and not afraid to show that they love each other. She's quite rounded. And again, we've seen another side to her with the twins, which we always knew was going to come.
Yeah. What about the twins when their parents came in? What did you kind of see about them? Did they reveal anything that we didn't already know?
No, we know that they're very young, and you know it was Joe actually that first flicked against his mum. So she said, "I want to hug," and he did that. Then Jack just literally lurched behind her and almost fell in a solid kind of way onto his mum. Every cell in his body was not going to stop that happening. Yeah. And it just revealed to us that we've got to remember they've never spent any real period of time away from home, from their family unit. And it's incredibly moving. What a great family.
Yeah, it looks like a fantastic family union. Yeah. Joe was very funny because he literally didn't move out of his pose, but his face would go and it was all like that. But Jack was just like, I'm not moving. And he said to the others, I didn't really move, I just hugged them. But he walked about 10 paces to go and get his mum and hug her. And I think, you know, fair play, how lovely. Yeah. Diane, thank you so much. Diane Newdale, everybody. OK, still to come, we'll be hearing what the panel and audience think of this week's nominees. But first, you guys at home had some questions for them, and this is what they have to say for themselves.
Hello, housemates.
Hello, Big Brother.
Housemates, Big Brother has some questions for Bit on the Side from the viewers.
Happy days. Okey-coke.
Callum, what is Pythagoras' theorem?
E equals MC squared, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. It's a right-angled triangle. The diagonal side is the sum of the two other sides squared.
Gina, who do you think is the fakest housemate?
Hazel, obviously. You know why.
You've been up here a lot, innit? You
Blimey.
Jack and Joe.
Yeah.
Why do you think you're up for eviction this week?
I asked Sophie this yesterday. I honestly don't know why. I mean, if I was chucking kitchen utensils at people, I could understand. I'd be kicked out. I'd be kicked out. But I didn't.
Jackie, why can't you let Charlie speak without talking over her all the time?
Oh, I didn't realise I did that. I thought it was the other way around. So thank you for pointing it out, whoever that was, and I'll make sure that next time I let her talk.
He's getting great joy in asking these questions. Favourite part of the week.
This has been the hardest diary room viewers' question so far.
Dexter, how would you cope if your mum was a housemate?
Oh, your mum was really nice.
My mum coming into the house has been sort of like going to be a major turning point in our relationship, and we don't really get to see each other that much. So this could be the start of something new.
Housemates, that concludes today's viewers' questions for Bit on the Side. You're free to return to the house.
Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. We have been pummelling the main show for years, and they have never complained. Maybe once or twice, but, you know, they've never complained. Now, here on Bit on the Side, we like to take your needs into consideration. You loved this last year, so it's back. Coming to a screen near you very soon is this.
Slow rubbish. She's not a good-looking girl. She's a practitioner on people. He would sell his own grandmother. Wiggity work, caddy work.
Prostitute.
You have washed one cup in that kitchen.
I ain't going nowhere.
You are the most selfish, shallow person.
I see all the way.
It's going to be good. So, it's a packed lineup of potential evictees on Friday, but who deserves to stay and who needs to jog on? Here to put their cases forward are the people that know them best. Please welcome Jackie's friend Alistair, Callum's mate Paul, Dexter's friend Claudine. He has another one. Gina's boyfriend Ed, and Jack and Joe's sister OK, OK, so let's start with Jackie. We saw her quite upset earlier on in the week, so much so that she said she might actually want to leave the show.
Yeah.
How do you think she's getting on now?
I think she's gone through that kind of brick wall. She's hit the brick wall a little bit. I think that happened after she realised she wasn't going to get sent out, and I think she's missing lots of friends and family.
She's missing her son.
Yeah, I mean, she's got that arm thing going on,
which... can't help, can it?
Well, if you knew Jackie like I know Jackie, she's always ill. There's always a problem with her, so that is just going to paramount it all. If it's not a back, it's her feet, it's her head, it's her arm.
She's always moaning.
Oh, all the time. I tell you what, you've got to keep her in.
You're meant to be...
I am. I need...
her
She's got to stay in because my phone is great. It's gone cold. Normally, she's on it all day long, and it's costing me a fortune, so you've got to keep her in.
OK, well, listen, Gina nominated her for being rude, arrogant and ignorant.
Gina did that, did she?
What?
Gina had the audacity to come out with that when Gina, let's face it, Gina would cancel Christmas. She's miserable. Dexter's running around doing what he's doing. He looks fantastic, and she's going, oh,
Is she those things?
Is she what, sorry?
Is she any of those things, in your opinion?
Not at all. Jackie's got a heart of gold. She's gorgeous. She's lovely.
So what is Gina's problem with Jackie?
Gina's problem with Jackie is that Jackie looks and thinks that Gina's her daughter and thinks she could speak to her like a daughter. And the thing is, she is ignorant. You know, no disrespect to you.
No, it's all right.
You know,
if she was here now, she would probably agree with you.
Yeah,
and
there you
slap you
go.
at the same time.
Happy days. Yeah. So Gina's just seen through her and she knows what she's like, and yeah, you know, she's just backing herself up because Gina's actually sat in the diary room and she said, "I'd actually love to like her." Do you know what I'm saying? I'd love for her to be a mother figure.
Gina, I'd love to like her, but I don't.
Well, there you go. Happy days.
OK, we've got to move on to Paul, just because we have to get everybody in. We can't just talk about your two. So, lots of housemates still very unsure as to who Callum is. Where is he going wrong with them?
I think it started with the face-to-face nominations, and Dan stuck the knife in the back, told everyone Callum can't be trusted, he's not who he says he is, and people listened to Dan, and that's where it all started.
And what do you think about the aggressive thing tonight when Jackie said you're being aggressive?
I think he's just standing up for himself. He didn't really raise his voice. She had a problem.
He did a little bit, but I wouldn't call that aggressive. I would call that him a bit drunk and
standing up for
kind of
himself.
going, what's your problem with me? What have I done wrong?
She wouldn't tell him what it was. She kept saying, well, that's why. But she never said what the problem was.
We can't get a word in edgeways with her anyway, so I'm not
So,
surprised.
Alistair, what is Jackie's beef with Callum?
Well, Callum's chatting up her daughter. You know, and let's face it, they're posh totty, the pair of them. So, you know, he's probably boxing out of his league sort of situation. So
she's being the protective mother?
Absolutely.
OK, should we talk about Dexter? No, let's talk about Dexter. Are housemates right to be suspicious of him still? Be honest, because Holly came on and she was very honest about him.
Dexter is coming out of his shell now. He did go in with not a game plan. He went in with a few ideas of what he wanted to do, and it backfired. And he admitted that.
Right.
He's now coming out of his shell, and we're still not getting to really see the real Dexter. But his mum came in and said, you know, I understand you. Everyone doesn't understand you yet. But he's starting to come out of his shell now, and he's a funny guy. And
so we're starting to see the real him?
You are. Yeah, slowly, but he's coming out.
Is he calculating?
He's intelligent, Dexter. He is calculating. He can be.
So, yes.
Yeah, OK.
OK, so Gina, she comes across like she doesn't really give a shit about any of the housemates. What do you think, Ed? She's quite honest about it. She's like, whatever.
Look, to be fair,
does she really care? Is this a bit of bravado?
No, I think, do you know what it is? I think she don't actually know none of them personally, so why should she care? You know, all right, she's in the house with them and she has to get along with them to a certain degree, you know, but Gina's Gina. She will voice her opinion. She'll tell people as it is. If she don't like you, she'll tell you that.
Does she? Do you think she feels like she's never going to genuinely get to know somebody in that environment?
Well, you never know. I thought she would be friends with Dexter, you know, Team D&G, you know, but then he went and nominated her, and I just
found
wish...
that very strange.
Yeah, I just wish that they showed Gina that, because then it's game over for Dexter. Yeah.
She wouldn't be happy, would she?
I think Dexter will regret that, because I think she's told Dexter when they're in the safe house that Callum said something about that he wouldn't see Dexter outside the house.
Right.
And then Daly said to Dexter that he didn't say whatever Gina said that he said.
Yeah.
So he's gone against Gina, but when he looks back, I think he's going to regret.
I think he will, because I think they had quite a good friendship in the safe house.
I know
really
Dexter
well.
really likes Gina.
We've got to talk about Jack and Jokes. We're running out of time. So first time, Katie, that they've been up for eviction. Do you think they deserve it?
No, of course they don't. They're nice to everyone. All right, they can be annoying. Don't get me wrong, I live with them. They can be really annoying, the singing, like the bickering between the two of them. But for TV, it's comedy gold.
So, when they were, when Gina and Dexter were in the safe house, they kind of came out and said that, you know, Joe was the bitchier one of the two, and they do have these almighty arguments with each other, which are, as you said, TV gold. I love watching them. They're just like, I've never heard sniping like it. It's just absolutely brilliant. But do you think that is getting to people in there? Do you think maybe that's why they're up?
Yes, definitely. I mean, they're not nasty people, so it couldn't be because they're being horrible. With the way we are as a family, we were like that with each other. So I think because obviously they're like with all these people as well, they think they can act the same way.
Right.
But it's starting to grate on people, yeah, definitely.
It was lovely seeing them with your parents.
Yeah, it was really
so
upsetting.
So nice to watch, so nice. I actually got quite tearful as well. OK, very quickly, who should go and why?
Gina should go and Callum should go. The sore bit with Callum is not anything that's just making my ears sore. Listening to go on there. No,
just names, very quickly.
Jackie.
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 Oh, Jackie just got a paste in. Right, OK, one thing is for certain, somebody is going to be leaving tomorrow, but way before they entered the house, got into this twisted world of secrets and lies, this week's nominees caught up with AJ, and this is how they got on.
What are you most proud of?
The lifeguard days, really. I mean, how many people can you meet that have saved people's lives, literally?
What are you least proud of?
Live life without regrets, so nothing.
Good. What's your best impression?
Jim Carrey.
Front door or back door?
Front door.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Male or female?
Female.
Still or sparkling?
Still.
Twitter or Facebook?
Facebook.
Top or bottom?
Top.
I genuinely think you're going to win. Jackie, are you a fan of Big Brother?
Yes, I really like it, yeah. Love it.
Super fan?
Yeah. I don't want to be looking down from up there when I'm dead and gone thinking, you know, there's one thing I didn't do that I always regret, and that's doing Big Brother.
Would you get with anyone in the house?
No, of course not. No way.
No kissy-kissy?
No, absolutely not.
How attractive are you out of 10,
oh
do you
my
think?
God, 8. Is that big-headed?
No, I don't think so. Sex or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Love or money?
Love.
Brains or looks?
Looks.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
Salty or sweet?
Salty.
Twitter or Facebook?
Facebook.
I think you can win.
Really?
Tell me an interesting fact about yourself.
I once auditioned to be Harry Potter.
Did you? Yeah. Do you have any regrets at all?
I regret not doing a lot of sport in school, really, because I've got like a torso of an 8-year-old boy. So, like, you know, I look in the mirror and think I look like Ryan Gosling when really I look like Mr. Muscle. So it's like
brains or looks?
Brains.
Good or bad?
Bad.
Salty or sweet?
Salty.
Walk or run?
Walk.
Twitter or Facebook?
100% Twitter.
I think you're going to win. Which of these 3 housemates do you most relate to? Game player, everyone's friend, or loudmouth?
I don't know, maybe a loudmouth, especially after a drink or two. I know that I will clash with a few people.
So can you describe yourself to me in 3 words?
Fun.
Yeah.
Glamorous. Talkative.
How attractive are you out of 10?
10.
Boom!
Yay!
Hot to trot.
Boom!
Bored is just boring.
Bored.
Milk or cream?
Cream.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
Salty or sweet?
Sweet.
Still or sparkling?
Sparkling.
Twitter or Facebook?
Twitter.
I think you're going to win.
Really?
What's the most interesting thing about you?
Jack pooed himself on a diet.
Oh no, that's not interesting, that's embarrassing. Why did you say that?
Can you describe yourself in just 3 words? Just 3 between you.
Funny, fat and friendly, the 3 Fs.
Triple F. How would your best mates describe you?
Funny, fat and friendly.
Yeah. Bored or just boring?
Bored.
Front door or back door?
Front door.
Front door. Is that a euphemism?
Maybe.
It blatantly is.
Hot or cold?
Hot. Cold.
Salty or sweet?
Sweet.
Walk or run?
Walk. Run. Don't take the mic. Run. Don't embarrass us on camera. Run. I haven't done that since it's 7.
Lights on or lights off?
On. I don't get what that means, but it's sexual, Joe.
I think you're gonna win. Gonna smash it.
Right, nobody wants to go home, but for one housemate, their time is almost up. But who do you lot think is gonna go? Let's find out. In the interest of fairness, each nominee will get a whopping 45 seconds of debate, so don't hang around because we haven't got much time. When we hear this noise... Stop. Yay! Time's up. We're going to move on to the next housemate. So first up is Callum. Let's start the clock. Mario, what do you make of him? Do you want him to stay or do you want him to go?
No, I want him to stay because I quite like watching him like pawing at Charlie's hair in every conversation. I think he wants to I think he wants her hair. I think he's just waiting for her to like clip it off and stick it in his own
He does
head.
seem to get more enjoyment out of it than she
a bit
does.
like Buffalo
I think.
Bill.
He'd look good with longer hair. I want to see him with hair there and a
Who, me or
beard.
Callum?
Well, you would be nice.
Jessica, he's always talking about his insecurities. Is this going against him, do you think?
Oh, God, yes. I mean, I think Callum's a good person, and that's why I hate to say this, but he's just becoming more cringy by the day. Every time I'm watching, I have to look away, because I'm just like, oh! But he is a nice person, but I just think he needs to just tame it back and stop going on about him being a nice person. Just drop it and just get on with it.
Oh, drop that. Right, OK, let's move on to Jackie. Let's start the clock. Jessica again. She's lasted longer than she thought. Will she last again tomorrow?
I actually think it's her her time's up. I think she's ready to go. She's getting frustrated. She's getting irritated. She's not really gaining anything now from the experience. And I think the other housemates will be... They'll want to stay more than she does. So I just think she should go. But having said that, she is creating quite a lot of drama with this whole Callum, Dexter, Charlie thing. So... But I do think if she goes, Charlie will come out of her shell a lot more.
Right.
And she'll be more herself. At the minute, she's holding back because her mum's always watching.
Some people say that she can be a bit bossy. Is this her problem? Is this her undoing?
Charlie live. Get Jackie out and Charlie might start enjoying herself a little bit. And who knows, she might have a bit of Callum.
Oh, do we really want to see that?
Yeah, she could have one of or the other, but he's...
Oh, look at that. Right, not even mid-sentence, just as we were starting. OK, let's move on to Dexter. Let's start that clock. Helen, he's been up 3 times. How many lives has this boy got?
Well, he's got to go out a man, so I'm waiting, because he said he came in a boy. So he will just run and run. He's going to do something clever. He's just going to position himself in a drama in a particular way, and he's going to get it right next time. He won't go. He won't win, but he won't go.
What do you think, Mario? If he survives, where does he go from here? You know, what's he going to do?
He's probably going to go straight back up for nomination. Like, Dexter's one of those characters that I think he's going to have to consign himself to being up for eviction every week until he goes, because he's such an easy target. He's the perfect Disney villain.
It would be wonderful, wouldn't it, if he was up every week and made it to the final. I'm not saying that he should win. I'm just saying, like, if you've been nominated every single week and you face a bit... Sorry. It took up all your time then, that's really bad. Right, OK, Gina is up next. Let's start the clock. Why do we love Gina so much, yet the housemates don't really seem to?
Because she doesn't need other people to like her, and there's been so many occasions when she's just said what everybody else thinks, so she does call it. She doesn't need other people's approval.
Do you know, I've heard that quite a lot from people. She's saying what a lot of people are thinking. What do you think about Gina? Would you like to see her go or stay?
She's the life of the show. It wouldn't be the same without her. She creates a lot of drama, stirs things up. It's fun. Without her, it wouldn't be the same.
Are you from America?
Canada.
Oh, sorry. Jessica, can she survive a 3rd week?
Absolutely. I think she's hilarious. And when she was in that safe house, she had me in stitches every night. Her laugh, that laugh that isn't a real laugh. And she's just controversial, she's funny, she's actually quite sweet. And I think it really showed her true colours when she did nominate Dexter.
I love how you don't get that in quickly. Finally, let's talk about the twins. Let's start the clock. Really lovely to see their sister here tonight. The twins are up for eviction for the first time. What do you think, Jessica?
Oh, they've got to stay. They're the same. They're like Gina. They're absolutely hilarious and entertaining. And I just think that they're going to come out of their shell more as it goes along. I think they're safe. They've got no worries.
Mario, would you miss them?
No, not at all.
No,
they're
they're
like two door stars ready to implode on each other, so I'm just ready for them to go.
What do you lot think? Have they still got the charm? No, get them out.
The twins, they think they're all that and they're not. They need to leave.
funny. No, they are funny. Oh, they are sweet. They're funny. They can bring life into that house, and that's what that house needs. It's getting monotonous.
But
they want.
I think so. More junk in the trunk and all that.
If you didn't hear that, she said, I think they're sexy. OK, very quickly, down the panel, who should go? Jessica?
Jackie.
Mario?
Twins.
Helen?
Oh, I wouldn't do any washing up and cooking if I was in there, which I'm not. Jackie, she's got to have a break. She's got to stop doing the wiping
Audience?
down.
Jackie has to stay.
Dexter, Callum, the twins, Jackie.
Jackie has to stay.
All of them, basically. That's what this lot think. But how about you at home? Tomorrow night, AJ is going to be in the phone room taking your call. So if you fancy having a little natter, get in touch. Details are on the screen now. Still to come, we've got the latest from the house. Plus, Helen, she's going to be in the camera runs having a little snoop around. First, though, it's eviction number 4 tomorrow. Who goes? You decide. It's a bit better. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. We're very much like Dexter. We're rude, but in a jovial way. Here's today's news. At 10:42 this morning, Dexter made a strange discovery. A pair of pants that didn't belong to him. And he did what any normal bloke would do. He put them on.
That awkward moment when you realise you're wearing somebody else's boxers.
Oh! Whose
boxers?
Whose are they? Whose are they?
Show me.
Sure,
I don't know, but I saw the tag.
They're so small, Dexter.
They're tiny.
I
Who's
know.
the baby?
What?
Are they Sam's?
I don't know whose they are, but they were in my wash basket.
Oh, I think they might be Callum's.
Yeah, I'm good.
They're coming off.
If you knew they weren't yours, then why would you put them on in the first place? Actually, these might be Ryland's, because I don't think I own a pair of leather pants. They're a bit weird. At 11:22 this morning, Callum and Jackie buried the hatchet over their tiff last night, although it wasn't the most sincere or heartfelt of apologies.
Morning, Cal.
Morning, Jackie.
Right, we've got another few days in this house.
Yeah.
So let's talk to each other and, you know...
Oh, I thought you meant about this. Oh, of course.
No.
We can be amicable. Of course we can. We're adults.
Absolutely.
We're adults.
You know, and just forget last night and, you know, carry on with trying to enjoy ourselves, because we might be gone tomorrow. I might be gone, you might be gone, I don't know. We might both be gone, but who knows? But, you know...
Be adult about it.
Absolutely. Forget last night.
Good way of looking at it. Good way of looking at it. How's your arm?
Not bad, yeah. Anyway,
yeah, no, that's good.
Let's
good
not hold
attitudes.
any grudges, Cal. It's not...
No, it's life's
too short.
And Big Brother house
We haven't got much time in here.
No, not at all. No grudge at all.
Things happen in this house, you know, when you put 16 people together.
But yeah, no, absolutely, Jackie.
It's going to happen, isn't it?
Of course, and if it's not us, it's someone else or 2 other people. Yeah. It's the environment we're in.
It's not a healthy environment, but on the other hand, I suppose you learn about yourself, don't you, in here?
And, of course you do.
And, whatever.
Oh, indeed. I don't know if it's just me, though, but were either of them listening to what the other one was saying? Or you know, and no one actually said sorry. You know, I think that they didn't mean any of that. Did you? Secrets and lies, everybody. And finally, at 1:10 this afternoon, Big Brother set a secret task for Callum, the success of which relies on his ability to influence and charm his other housemates. Oh, dear.
Simple. All housemates have to do is work out how to pass it. In the garden are various items and stations. There is also a pass/fail meter, which will move depending on how successful you are. All housemates have to do is work out, through trial and error, how to pass.
But for housemates to win a reward today, they must keep trying to pass today's task for as long as possible. Callum, to clarify, your mission is to use your powers of persuasion, your natural charm and enthusiasm, and any other tactic you wish to deploy to get your fellow housemates to try and pass this impassable task for as long as possible.
OK, cool. Oh, my God, no cake. Who's going to eat the cake? No hands. There's a huge cake with no hands. Let's go, keep going. Do it, back and front.
Get the
beans, get in the beans, Charlie. Get in the beans.
Everyone needs to just try one
It's
by
not about,
one.
guys, it's not working. Get in properly. Stand on there, entertain. Say something, don't just stand there, do something. Tell a joke.
Guy walks into the doctor's and he says,
Dex, keep telling jokes!
I forgot I was meant to talk to you then. I was too busy watching that. I was like, go on, do it! To see how they did, you can find out on tomorrow night's main show, which is 9 o'clock on Channel 5. So the noise and the news is over. Rejoice and be happy. Should we go back to Westminster and see if they've got their shit together?
Who do you think is going to win Big Brother? You just say, I think Dan. He's my favourite. He's the best.
I don't want to do that.
Please, then I get to go home.
I'm sorry. If I haven't seen it, I don't want to do it.
What station is your show on?
Channel 5. It makes no difference. It just means I get to go home.
I'm sorry.
Would you do it for us? Yes, thank you. Right.
Who gave him a job?
He is shit.
We should sack him.
They call him Count Fuckula.
You just swore real bad,
Yeah.
and we're matching outfits.
Woo, you got
Anyway, right, camera runs. Helen, you're up there. What's happening?
Oh, gosh, Emma, I'm so shocked.
Why?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
First of all, I'm seeing Sophie.
Yeah.
She's shaving Dan, and she's not wearing any pants. She's just absolutely pantless. And it's really quite scary. I loved Sophie, but it's all white, so we're looking at a white bottom. Also, there's a dead cat, Emma. There's a dead cat beneath this yellow bed. There is a dead cat. I'm going to tell the authorities. It's just black and dead and very still, and it's probably causing a lot of smell, which is why everyone else is outside prowling around. It's a bit like a zoo.
Do you wish you were in there, Helen?
Do you know, strangely, I can understand why Jackie asked for a Hoover earlier on. And also, we can see real hair. There's real hair. And
Amazing.
some very unpleasant Kleenexes.
Okay, listen, I'm going to leave you looking at that real hair.
Okay.
Okay.
Quite shocking.
Brilliant. There isn't a dead cat in the Big Brother house.
Yeah, before you write
Stop complaining.
there are no cats.
Ian.
Hi.
I don't mean stop complaining. I mean, don't complain.
Move on.
Right.
Eviction tomorrow.
Yes.
I've got one tweet for each housemate, so it's fair.
Go on, then.
These are all people saying these people should go. It's Biz News says, time for the twins to toddle off. The novelty is worn off and they're no Samantha.
Oh, I think they're as good as Samantha.
Yeah.
If not better.
I think they're better than Jedward, for sure. Anyway, Nia Gregory says, Callum should be evicted because his face bores me.
Oh, that's harsh.
That's fair enough. He does have a
Oh,
boring
Ian,
face.
come on.
Wendy Wu, Gina to go. She's such a sport brat and all she does is her own makeup.
I like the
It's
fact
kind of
she's
fair
like
enough,
that.
but she's entertaining as
Yeah.
well. Jackie Dale says Jackie still hasn't found her niche in the house and her singing is minging. But her dancing
I quite like her songs.
Is prancing.
Is
or something.
banging.
Yeah. And finally, Ariane Humphrey says Dexter to go because he's a snake.
Oh.
And every time I look at him, I'm just going to go.
It's good to have characters like
Yeah.
this in the house.
And you can see them live straight after the show on channel5.com/BigBrother till 2 a.m.
Streaming.
Live
Thanks,
feed.
Ian. Right, that's all we've got time for. Thank you to all of my guests. AJ and Rylan are back tomorrow. Stop it. They're going to be grilling the latest evictee with the help of Angelica Bell and Tom O'Connell. Plus, plus Wolfie's going to be back. Ow!